Couple of crazy squirrels, don't know if I managed to capture that on the camera. Good morning. Hope you all had a peaceful Christmas, a serene Christmas, a gentle and reflective Christmas, or whatever you celebrate this time of year. Certainly the energies where I am at the moment are certainly very still. I know Wales is in lockdown at the moment again, but there definitely seems to be a more gravitational stillness around at the moment, which is quite nice when you're willing to sort of sit with it and be with it and be still with it yourself. But it might feel a bit disconcerting to those who are used to doing all the time, especially this time of year. Everyone going shopping in the sales and all this kind of nonsense. None of that's happening. It was quite nice, really, because no matter what your feelings are and what's going on at the moment, it's certainly resetting our priorities a little bit and helping us maybe rethink what's important to us as we live these very brief lives, really, when we look at things and contemplate. This time of year is all about death, isn't it? When we contemplate death, we know it can come at any time. And yes, this isn't a particularly upbeat message. If you're looking for an upbeat message, probably turn this one off. But last few days I've really been kind of going in on myself, and almost going through another shamanic death process within myself. Letting go of 2020, letting go of even aspects of me that I'd maybe built an identity around which wasn't serving me anymore. Letting go of expectations, letting go of any real ideas about what 2021 might bring, letting go of everything, really. Just coming into this position of stillness and acceptance. Those are 2 trains just went past there. Apologies for the noise. Considering it's supposed to be a quiet time of year, it's actually got really busy around this little half-acre section of woodland. Really going into a gestation chamber of the soul, and sitting with the darkness, sitting with the cold, sitting with the damp, sitting in the underworld a little bit, and just feeling it, feeling that density somewhat. And if you've not had an opportunity to do that yourselves, if there's been a lot of doing still and a lot of thinking and worrying and whatnot, then I'd encourage you all to maybe take some time, even if it's just a few hours, to be with yourselves, wrap yourselves in a blanket, maybe light some juniper or light some sage or light some palo santo or anything really that you can burn, and create some smoke, create some smudge, sit quietly and just be with what is, without needing to change any of it. Because death is not only just a physical process that most people don't really want to have to contemplate or deal with. Death is typically a psychological one, and the more we die to ourselves through cycles of experience, the more we actually grow and expand. The less we cling on to our identity structures, the more liberated we are, and the higher we fly, really. The higher our perspectives can become, and the less hooked into energy sinks and energy threads that want to steal our precious energy and steal our precious power, the less that has an effect on us. So it's nice to flow at times, and this time of year it's definitely about flowing within, wrapping up warm, and just being with yourself and nurturing yourself from the inside, which is great. Been a busy year, 2020, really, all considering. A lot of magic created. A lot of people get confused about magic. They think they need to be very knowledgeable about how to set rituals up and do various ceremonies in specific ways and dance around sacred objects and give various offerings and whatnot to spirits and deities, and waggle their fingers in certain ways and conjure spells to create magic, and don't need any of that, really. You don't really need any of that, because the magic's already in you and all around you. You've just got to learn to tap into it. I think the rituals and the conjurations and the ceremonies are all good. I enjoy doing them. I enjoy sharing some of these things with groups and other people. But if anything, they're there to help focus the attention and the intention, and focus the mind and the heart, and create an integrity in the way we think, feel and do, which then creates powerful magic. Because when you are in alignment with anything that you might want to create, then it manifests quite well and quite quickly. It's when you're not in alignment, when you're too scattered, it's when the mind's thinking one thing, the heart's thinking something else, and the actions are all over the place, is that's when the magic starts to backfire a little bit. And but you don't necessarily have to create magic yourself. You can go and experience it daily. And right now, just watching drops of water dripping off the gutters onto the wood and splashing and creating patterns in the light of the sun that's shining on this old wicker chair that I'm sitting on at the moment is magic. Watching the squirrels running through the trees is magic. Just experiencing the decaying process of the leaves on the grass, the dampness in the atmosphere, that's magic. And kind of being part of it. It's all magic, really. So, if you're looking towards things, material things, stuff, experiences, drama, people, to create magic for you, then you might be disappointed, because when we attract material things into our lives, they only generally have a temporary effect on our psyches and our psychologies. They try to fill this, or rather we use these things to try and fill a gap in our souls that don't seem settled, happy or fulfilled. And I look around this centre here, there's lots of little objects everywhere. We've got little fairies and gnomes and pebbles and statues of Ganesh here, the great bringer and remover of obstacles. But again, it's just stuff, isn't it? It's just stuff. It doesn't actually hold any ultimate fulfillment. And sometimes it's nice just to be beyond it, really, just to feel fulfilled within yourself without the need for it all. I've definitely been one in my life, almost too obsessively, to live a life of simplistic declutter, and now's a good time of year really to declutter your lives, declutter everything that's still maybe holding on from 2020, declutter the house, take all the Christmas decorations down, all the nonsense, and yeah, create some space, create some simplicity, create some almost Zen-like purity, proper clean out. Because with that kind of simplicity and clarity, that's when true inspiration can come in. When there's too much clutter, it's difficult to bring in the voice of spirit, or the feelings of spirit and inspiration of spirit into your life going into 2021. So don't be afraid to be ruthless. Don't be afraid to really bring a sword, cut some cords, declutter your inside, and then reflect that by decluttering everything on the outside of you, your living space, your immediate environment. Almost create a mini death within yourself. Let go and trust. Just like the trees empty and devoid of leaves now, because they've let them all go, and now they're rotting away into the ground, providing sustenance and fertilization for the new growth that will be due in a few months' time in the spring. So yeah, just a little message to remind you that it's okay to shed this time of year. It's okay to gestate. It's okay to be with yourself and do some conscious dying, psychological dying to yourselves, to identity structures that might not serve you anymore, going into the new year, going into 2021, which again is going to prove to be interesting. So yeah, have a good new year, and obviously still available for healings, for bookings. We're going to be doing some more online workshops. We're going to continue our monthly online healing circle, which is going well. People are enjoying that, getting a lot from that. So yeah, stay in touch, keep in touch, and get in touch if you feel drawn to do some shamanic work, shamanic healing, or just want some guidance on how to maybe declutter a little bit into the year ahead. Take care.